Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. I am going to allow some people to come into the room. I actually got me some elevator music. Well, I don't know if it's elevator music, but I got a little music that we can play while we're waiting. If you are new here, my name is Lanisha Thaddeson. I am a system strategist and an operations manager, and you are tuned in to Glowing and Growing, where we have female entrepreneurs who are killing it in the online space come and talk about their services and offer some tips and hacks or advice, wisdom that they can give us or other businesses that can help us improve in our online journey. So I'm going to go ahead and add our guest in. Give me 1 second. Let me put our theme music on. Oh, thank you. You say you like my top. Thank you. I'm trying bolder colors. Hi.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, yes, I can hear you and I can see you. How are you doing?
I am great. Great, great, great. How
Good,
about
good.
you?
I'm doing good. It's Friday. I can't complain right now, at least.
Right, right.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, for those who do not know me, my name is Lanisha. I am a system strategist and an operations manager, and you are tuned in into Glowing and Growing, where we interview female entrepreneurs and learn more about what they do and get some wisdom, some tips for them that can help us in our online businesses. And I have an amazing guest today. I have Mignon, Coach MT, also known as Coach MT. She is a licensed nurse of over 12 years who has now utilized her skill set to be a mindset entrepreneur coach. And the methods that she used are truth and neuroscience based on sprinkled with mental wellness. And that is super important. We're definitely going to dive into the importance of mental wellness and being an entrepreneur. But how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good. Really, really motivated. This has been our first week of boot camp, and my clients just got me on fire, so I'm having a good day.
Good, good. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your services.
Okay, so as she said, I am really a product of Life University. I am a Southern girl, always had an entrepreneur spirit and seem to always have been dealt like I don't want to say bad, but like the difficult cards in life and not really understanding. So I grew up thinking about the exception, like the exception to the rule, because I grew up in a culture and environment where it was very strict, very prejudiced and things of that nature. So, but I wanted to thrive. So, in order for me to do that, I had to find the exception. And so, and I found myself in nursing, long story short, some kind of way, and I love it, and I love helping and nurturing everybody. But I reached a point in my nursing career where I felt like I realized that I was actually doing a disservice to my patients because I was not able to show up 100% the way that I was meant to, because I really take that very seriously. That opportunity and that task, to be there where the patient's advocate. And I have found myself burnt out. And so I was like, okay, it's time to do something else. And besides, I just felt like I was merely existing. And that's how Coach MT came about. I invested in a coaching program because I was not satisfied with my life. I just felt like I was, existing. And then so that program helped me to dial in on some of the key things that I was missing, especially my mental wellness, that I was just like letting fall by the wayside. And I said, hey, I like this. And once you know something like that, you have to share it with other people. You have to find a way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I love that. And as a fellow nurse, I know all about that nurse burnout, baby. They will burn you to a crisp if you let them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing how we can use those skills and transfer them to something else. Because one thing about nursing, they're going to teach you some awesome skills in regards to like how to critical think and put things together. We gonna learn that for sure.
Yes, yes, yes. I
Yeah,
am very
so
thankful for that. Yes.
absolutely. Yeah, I love that. So if you are, because you talked about investing in a coach, like why is that important for someone either brand new or even already existing in their business to invest in someone else
Well,
services?
first and foremost, you are your time is your most valuable asset right now. You will always get money. You will never get enough time. You have some more time, but time is up. Time is up. If you're living this world, your time is not up. So that is key because we have been privy to this. People are instead of that scarcity mindset, to the compensation that we give them does not even 10 times, 100 times the struggles that they've been through to acquire the knowledge that they have. But if you're really serious about that thing, you want to get straight to the point. Like me, I know how to do it or what not to do, so I'm gonna pay you so you can teach me. I don't need to go through all that. That's just insanity to me. I mean, we don't get a trophy at the end of the day for doing things the hard way or doing everything all on your own.
You're right. Look, I'm still waiting on my trophy for doing it the hard way.
Right?
But you
It ain't
brought up a
showing up
great
yet.
point. Yeah, you brought up a great point that time is a currency. And so I'm typically like the do-it-yourself queen, right? But when it came to business and I started off that way, I definitely lost a lot of time trying to learn things on my own when I could have just went to like a source, an expert, and got that stuff, and I could have got started more quickly in my business. So time is definitely a huge component. So I wanted to ask you about, because I know you talk about mindset. What advice would you give a business owner or entrepreneur who is struggling with negative thoughts in their business? Maybe they're talking themselves out of it, feeling like they're unworthy of being a business owner. Like, what would be a good tip for you, for them to get started trying to change their mindset?
Well, unbeknownst to what most people will tell you just replace that with positive affirmations and stuff. That's not going to work. That's like putting a 2-year-old in a room and ignoring them. They're going to continue. So what we need to do is do some thought work. Thinking is like the hardest skill, the most important skill that most people will never make time to do. So you need to actually address those thoughts and get to the root of it for where are they coming from? What is it? Because they are tied to something. And like I just shared with the people inside of the boot camp this week, a lot of the times what hinders us or the reason why we can't get to that next level if you're finding yourself stuck right now, it's because you cannot lie to your subconscious. So that's why you have to
Mm.
tap into those thoughts and get to the root of it, because you can't lie to you. You can sit here and fake the funk with us and everybody else, but you know that you're doubting you. And so there is a block there. And until you address that, you won't be able to go to the next level. Even if you're doing good, think about how much better you could be doing, because as we grow, we incur different kind of blocks.
Yeah.
So, don't hinder your success.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that because just being completely transparent. Like when I was working with a counselor, there were things that had happened like in my childhood that made me be a person where everything had to be structured. Like my ducks had to be in a row, and if you knock one of my ducks off, that's just causing chaos
Yeah.
in my life. Like I ain't know how to roll with the punches, right? But it took somebody to tell me that and show me that before I was able to see it for myself. So I think that working with a mindset coach, if you have those type of blocks, is so important when you're having your own online business. I think
Yeah,
that's amazing that you offer that service.
absolutely. And you zoned in on one of the most critical things is that being open to therapy, having a therapist. I keep one on the payroll for I will forever. I wish that I would have
Mhm.
got there sooner because we don't have to do it the hard way. And a lot of the things that we're doing today, well, just about everything we're doing today, we learned how to do that as a child, and we're doing the best with what we have thus far. But now you know better, so now you have to do better. It's like I
Right.
also say, once you know something, you can't unknow it. I know that's going to get on some of you politically correct people. I am the Queen's English is not my first language, but unknowing it is the term that I like to say. Once you know it, you can't unknow it, and now you have been called to action. You have to address it.
Yeah, because ignorance is bliss. But if you ain't ignorant to
Hmm.
it no more, then you have no excuses.
Right, right.
All right. Now, my last question that I have for you, do you have any words of advice for someone who is thinking about starting a business and maybe is a little bit scared to get out there?
Yes, definitely. If you are having any kind of doubts, any kind of fear, know that you are in the right place at the right time. And that necessary inference is what I like to call it. That fear is required for you to be successful, for you to
Mm,
actually take this serious. So that just means you're stepping into that lane of what you don't know. And that's okay. Because if you knew it, you'd already be doing it. So, like we said, invest in a coach, invest in a mentor. I know both of us share with you candidly about how to pick the right coach and the right mentor, and go for what you know, and be open to failure because you will fail. There is power in failure because if you do
yes.
it right the first time, this is where a lot of people get stuck. They do it right the first time, but they don't know how they did it, so you can't replicate it. And if you can't replicate it, you can't scale it.
Mm. Look, that's it right there. If you can't replicate it, you can't scale it. And that fear is a catalyst to success. Look, you are
Yes.
definitely dropping gems today. I'm about to go post them. When we get out there, I'm about to go post that on my Facebook wall. Okay? Fear is the
Thank you,
catalyst to
girl.
success for sure. All right. How can the people reach you if they are interested in learning more about you or possibly being a student of yours?
Awesome. So, my link tree is in the link of my bio. You can go to my link tree. Please join my free group where I drop gems weekly, and then also apply for our next upcoming boot camp, which is actually a 30-day experience where we cover the 4 pillars. We start out with money mindset, then we go into health, then we go to love, relationships, all that stuff like that. And then finally, 4 will close with entrepreneur. And it's designed that way because those are like the top 3 distractors that distract us. Like problems will arise. And so once we get those, address those, then you are free and ready to receive all of the things I have to give you as far as the entrepreneurial work. And it's a really, I'm really enjoying it. The clients are enjoying it. But yes, they'll just go hit me up at CoachMTVIP, and the link is in my bio.
All right, awesome. And I dropped that in the chat. And then for those who are going to be watching the replay, I will have her Instagram and all her information in the comments as well. I appreciate you. I thank you so much for being on here because this mindset information is super important. And I don't think I realized that until later after I had already
Yeah,
started the business. Yeah. So if someone who is,
yeah,
either in business now or just starting can get a hold of that mindset, that will be pivotal to their success for sure.
absolutely. We want you guys to do better than what we did. You don't have to go through stuff that we went through.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you again. Have a good
Thank
one. And
you.
for those watching, make sure you come back next Friday. I'll have another amazing entrepreneur here. And go and follow Coach MTVIP right now. All right.
Right.
Have a good one. Take it
Okay.
easy.
You too. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.